Okay, it's Luxury Fred, and this is the 2019 Lexus UX 250h F Sport. So this, of course, is Lexus's new baby SUV or crossover, or I'm not sure what you would want to call it. And it's the smallest of the Lexus SUV or crossover or whatever models. You've got the UX, then the NX, then the RX, then the GX, then the LX in increasing order of size. So this is a hybrid 2-liter engine, and I really like driving it. It's small, and you know, you've got room for 5 people. We've got our dog in the back. You've got a little cargo area. So it gives you the utility of being able to take 5 people and luggage and things like that, but still that tiny feel and convenience, and Lexus promotes it a lot as a city vehicle and things like that, because you can get it into tight parking spaces, and it's very easy to drive because it doesn't take up a lot of the lane. And one of the big things that they tout is the turning radius, which is 17.1 feet, which means you can turn this around in a tiny, you know, 17.1 foot driveway or something like that. So I've got it in the sport mode. Can you hear that? So I think that that's not real exhaust sound. I need to find out about that, but I think that's like acoustic coming from the stereo and not the engine, because it sounds... Hear that? So I'm going to pull over up here, and then I'm going to give you some more details. There are multiple models or trim levels of the UX. There's a base model, there's a luxury model, there's the hybrid, and then there is the F Sport model, which is the sportier version. So this, of course, is the F Sport model. So I think I'm a fan of the exterior styling of the UX. Again, this is the F Sport version, so you have kind of a little more aggressive exterior look with some different trim details. The main one being that the F Sport grills on all the different Lexus models are black, where the regular ones are chrome. This, of course, is Lexus's possibly controversial new signature grille that's on all their different models. I've read a lot about it, and they really wanted to make a bold impact with the design of the car, design of all their cars, and make them not boring. So this was the idea and the inspiration that the designers had, the chief designer of Lexus. And what you can see, and I talk about this a lot, is all the lines of the car emanate from the grille. You know what I mean? So this and down there and that kind of thing. So it's really a natural, organic part of the design. This car has the larger 19-inch wheels. This color is cadmium orange, which is very bright. Looks kind of copperish in the sunlight today. And then I do like the rear end. I've said it before, it reminds me a little of the Lamborghini Urus. With that single tail light across the middle there. But you can also get an idea that this is a small vehicle. It doesn't feel small inside. Oh, and hey, before I forget, please subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of great luxury car and luxury travel and food and wine content, things like that. I'm a car and travel writer, so I document all my experiences traveling around the world with video and share them here on my YouTube channel. You can just click the subscribe button, and I would thank you very much for doing that. And while I was filming my review, I noticed something I just want to show you, talking about the build quality and how Lexus just feels like a solid luxury car. Just the weight of this door, the insulation and things like that, the sound insulation, the thick glass, and the solidness when you open this door as compared to, dare I say it, my little Toyota Corolla or something like that. And that gives you that quality. It gives you that quiet interior. You can see all the seals here around that. So let's take a look at the interior now. So again, this is the F-Sport interior with the F-Sport sports seats. They are not real leather, unfortunately, but they feel like leather, and they're very, very comfortable, and they really do hold you in place during aggressive driving. With the F-Sport, you get this kind of contrasting stitching. In this car, it is red, and you see that carried over in the rest of the interior. And you can see that you have a very nice fit and finish, of course, inside. I really like how this kind of overlaps here, and there's different layers. Definitely just gives you a feeling of quality. Moving on, you have the transmission again with the red piping there. Your climate control and your other control things here. You have your display and your instruments there. The F-Sport gives you a more performance-oriented gauge display that comes from the legendary Lexus LFA. You have paddle shifters here. What else? I really like using the adaptive radar cruise control. And something else that I really like, that I believe is new for this year, is there's no knob here for the radio. So the stuff is controlled here, and you have these buttons here, see that, to control presets and the modes and things like that. And then you have two wheels here, one wheel here and one little wheel here. And this one up top controls the volume up and down, and this changes the station. It might change modes or something like that, but whatever mode it's in now, you change the station. And it's very convenient because your hand kind of naturally rests there, and it's also convenient for the passenger if they are wanting to change the radio or the settings or something like that. You do have wireless charging in here. And you can see that it's a compact car or SUV or whatever you want to call it, but it's comfortable and it's sporty and it's very driver oriented. You do have a leather wrapped steering wheel. You have multiple positions where you can hold it. They have something called multiple grip locations or something like that. And then of course you have the F-Sport badging on the steering wheel. This is the F-Sport, so you can put it into the sport mode up here by doing that, and the gauge becomes kind of redder and focuses on the tachometer. Then you have echo, and then you have a normal mode as well. So let's take a look at the back seat. So as you can see, we have Hans the dog here, and it is kind of tight. I'll turn the camera around because people have asked me to show kind of what it's like to sit here, so maybe I can do something like that. So this front seat is set for me, and I'm short, so it's not very far back, and there isn't a lot of room. The seat is leaned back, but leaned back where I was comfortable driving it, and it really, you know, kind of leans back far, you might say. The seat itself is comfortable, and you have, sorry Hans, oh, move over, oh, move over. You have a center console. There's no pass-through there. And then, so you have power outlets here. You have vents, but not a separate climate control. You can see these really nice sport seats here. You have a big sunroof up there. And then let me show you the rear. So again, I think that's what you sacrifice is the room in the back seat there. You can see those front seats are angled back so that you do have some good, or some halfway decent foot room and leg room. Okay, so looking at the back tailgate here, you have your Lexus remote, and if you hold that, so I'm not sure why that's not working. So something about when the car is on, you can't use the remote tailgate there. I push the button underneath, and you can see that it opens up, and then you have, you know, some space here. This is a sunshade that I took off, and this mounts there, and then it lifts up with the tailgate and goes down and kind of covers the cargo area. So it goes like that, kind of. So you can see you don't have a huge cargo space, but you do have the 60/40 split rear seat here. So if you, look at that. So see, the front seat is not far enough back. So we need to come up here. Okay, so as I was saying, you do have a 60/40 split rear seat there. And you can see that you do get a decent amount of cargo room with both of the seats pushed down. Sorry, I'm not going to move the doggy to show you. And something else I like is you've got power up and down, and I think so what I did is I moved my foot under the bumper, and that activates the opening and closing. And I like how it not only opens automatically, it closes automatically as well. So this is the 2019 UX 250h F Sport, which is kind of the top of the line model in terms of the UX. This particular car starts at $36,000, and then with options, it comes out right under $44,000. So again, it's the F Sport. The options are this has the F Sport Luxury Package, which has rain sensing wipers, heated ventilated front seats, the moonroof, memory driver's seat, little touches like that. That's $28.90, and then it has the navigation system with the big display. That's another $2,200. It's got parking assist, which is $565. And it's got premium paint, which is that cadmium orange color that I showed you, and that's another $555. So again, the total is $43,450. Hybrid model, you've got a Lexus 2-liter engine along with an electric motor for assist, 10-speed direct shift CVT, continuously variable transmission, which works very nicely. It feels like a normal transmission. There is, you know, you can feel it kind of changing gears, but it's very smooth and very fast. And one of the big selling points is the mileage. You get 39 mpg with this car. Comes standard with all-wheel drive, and the all-wheel drive has a great deal of adjustment, even so much as it can go 80-20 one way or the other, depending on what the traction needs are. It also has something interesting called predictive efficient drive, and that means it analyzes your driving pattern. If you get the navigation, it uses the navigation to say, okay, this guy goes the same route to work, and there's a traffic light here, so it adjusts how it controls the hybrid nature of the engine based on the route that it knows you're going to do, as well as your driving style. So it knows by the navigation that there's a traffic light and you aggressively accelerate away from that. So it's going to adjust the power to be ready to give you that because it knows you do that same thing in that same location. Pretty interesting. Lexus has something called the Lexus Complete Lease, which is a new deal that it offers on the UX. I'm gonna find out the price, and I'm gonna put the price there on the video for you. And what a Lexus Complete Lease is, it includes all maintenance and insurance. So it's one single monthly payment that is the lease payment, your insurance, and your maintenance. So overall, I've been really, really impressed with the UX and what you get for the money, the value that you get. You get that bulletproof Lexus reliability. Every year they're voted most reliable car. And you just get that rock solid reliability where you know that this car is not going to leave you stranded, that you can drive this with proper maintenance for 200,000 miles and it's always going to start. It's always going to run. You're never going to have a problem, whether it's hot, cold, no matter what. And that peace of mind, I think, is worth a lot. You get that kind of cool driving feel. This car has a great feel to it, a great driving position. When you put it in sport mode, you have paddle shifters. You can throw it around corners. It has the F-Sport, you know, upgraded performance suspension, and it's got all-wheel drive and all that other stuff that really make it a lot of fun to drive. And as I said, throw it around corners and you got the exhaust note going and all that kind of stuff. So for 44,000 bucks, loaded with every possible option and Lexus technology and driver aid technology and lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control and blind spot this and rear cross traffic that, all of that stuff for 44,000 bucks, I think it's a great deal. So again, Luxury Fred, thank you very much for watching my review of the 2019 Lexus UX 250h F-Sport.